Did you know that most people lose half their close friends every 7 years? Shocking, right? But it's true. Studies show that as life changes, new jobs, moving cities, starting families, our social circles shrink. And while making new friends is exciting, keeping them can be a challenge. Here's another surprising fact: loneliness is as deadly as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Friendships aren't just about having fun, they're vital for our health and happiness. Yet, in our busy lives, maintaining these connections often takes a backseat. But it doesn't have to be this way. What if you could build friendships that not only last but also bring you deep joy and fulfillment? In this video, we'll dive into the secrets of making new friendships stick. From building a strong foundation to balancing life's demands and even rekindling old connections, you'll learn the strategies that can turn acquaintances into lifelong allies. Stick around to discover how to keep your friendships strong, vibrant, and a lasting source of happiness. Ready to dive in? Let's get started. Chapter 1: The Friendship Blueprint. Building connections that stick. When it comes to friendships, the foundation is everything. Just like a house needs a solid base, so does a lasting friendship. A Harvard study on adult development found that close relationships, more than money or fame, are what keep people happy throughout their lives. This isn't just about finding any friend but forming connections that stick. The key to building these lasting friendships starts with shared values. Find common ground, whether it's a love for outdoor adventures or a passion for cooking. This shared interest acts as the glue that holds your bond together. But it's not just about common hobbies. It's about mutual respect too. If you don't respect each other's boundaries and differences, the friendship can crumble. Interestingly, research shows that friendships formed in adulthood can be even more meaningful than those made during childhood. The reason? As adults, we're more selective about who we let into our inner circle. We're not just looking for someone to hang out with, we're searching for people who add real value to our lives. So how do you identify these potential long-term friends? Pay attention to those who genuinely listen to you. Studies have shown that active listening is a top trait in strong friendships. It's not just about hearing words but truly understanding the feelings behind them. Chapter 2: Nurturing new bonds. Turning acquaintances into close allies. You've met someone new, and there's a spark. But how do you turn that spark into a flame? The answer lies in nurturing your new bond. A simple but powerful tip: show up. Consistency is key. Whether it's grabbing coffee or sending a quick text, regular interaction helps transform an acquaintance into a close ally. In fact, research suggests that it takes about 50 hours of time together to turn an acquaintance into a casual friend. For a close friendship, you're looking at around 200 hours. This may sound like a lot, but think of it as an investment in your happiness. After all, strong friendships are linked to better mental health and even longer lifespans. Another effective strategy is to create shared experiences. Go on a weekend hike, try a new restaurant, or even start a small book club. Shared activities create memories, and memories build bonds. According to psychology professor Dr. Paul Dobransky, shared experiences release dopamine, the feel-good chemical in our brains, which strengthens our connections with others. Don't forget to be vulnerable. Opening up about your fears, dreams, and even your quirks can help deepen the connection. It's a bit like letting someone into your world, and when they reciprocate, the bond becomes stronger. Brené Brown, a research professor and expert on vulnerability, says, "Vulnerability is the birthplace of love, belonging, joy, courage, empathy, and creativity." Before we continue, hit subscribe and let's dive back into the fun. Chapter 3: Communicate like a pro. The art of staying in sync. Communication is the backbone of any strong relationship, and friendships are no different. But it's not just about talking, it's about how you communicate. One of the most important things you can do is stay in touch. According to a study published in the journal Personal Relationships, frequent communication is a significant predictor of friendship maintenance. So, how do you keep the lines open without seeming overbearing? Start with regular check-ins. These don't have to be deep conversations, even a simple thinking of you message can go a long way. Technology makes this easier than ever, with apps that can remind you to send a quick text or plan a video call. Another crucial aspect is handling misunderstandings with grace. Conflict is natural, but how you address it can either strengthen or weaken your friendship. Psychologists recommend using I statements instead of you statements when discussing issues. For example, saying "I feel hurt when" is less accusatory and more likely to lead to a constructive conversation. Listening is equally important. Often, we're so eager to share our own thoughts that we forget to truly hear what the other person is saying. Practice active listening by summarizing what your friend says and asking follow-up questions. This shows that you value their perspective and are engaged in the conversation. Lastly, keep the conversation interesting. Friendships can fall into a rut if you only talk about the same things. Mix it up by discussing new topics, sharing interesting articles, or even debating lighthearted issues. This keeps your interactions fresh and engaging. Chapter 4: The Power of Positivity. Fueling friendships with joy. Positivity is like sunshine for friendships, it helps them grow strong and vibrant. But how do you consistently bring positivity into your friendships? Start by being a source of encouragement. Everyone loves a cheerleader, and genuine compliments can go a long way in building goodwill. Did you know that positivity is contagious? A study from Harvard and UC San Diego found that happiness spreads through social networks like wildfire. So, when you bring a positive attitude to your friendships, you're not just lifting yourself up, you're lifting your friends too. One simple strategy to maintain a positive vibe is to celebrate the small things. Whether it's a promotion at work or just making it through a tough week, acknowledging victories keeps the friendship energized. Psychologists call this active constructive responding, where celebrating a friend's good news can deepen the emotional bond. Gratitude is another powerful tool. Take time to express how much you value your friend. A quick "I appreciate you" can mean the world, and studies show that gratitude strengthens relationships. In the book The Happiness Project, author Gretchen Rubin emphasizes that expressing gratitude brings you closer to those you love. Laughter is also key. Shared laughter not only relieves stress but also creates a sense of connection. According to research from the University of Maryland, laughter triggers the release of endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals, which helps strengthen social bonds. Chapter 5: Balancing Act. Harmonizing friendships with life's demands. In today's busy world, maintaining friendships can feel like juggling plates. But with the right strategies, you can keep everything in balance. The first step is to recognize that time is a precious resource. It's not about having time, it's about making time. Carve out dedicated moments for your friends, even if it's just a quick phone call on your commute. A helpful strategy is to combine activities. If you're going to the gym, invite a friend. Need to run errands? Make it a social outing. This way, you're nurturing your friendships without needing extra time. Studies show that multitasking in this way can be effective, especially when it comes to maintaining relationships. Another important aspect is being clear about your priorities. Life gets busy, but a quick message like "I'm swamped this week, but I'd love to catch up soon" shows your friend that they matter, even when you're pressed for time. It's about staying connected, even if you can't always be physically present. Setting boundaries is also crucial. You don't have to say yes to every invite. It's okay to decline when you need time for yourself or other obligations. In fact, healthy boundaries can make your friendships stronger, as they prevent resentment from building up. Lastly, be patient with yourself and your friends. Sometimes, life gets in the way, and that's okay. What matters is the long-term commitment. As the saying goes, true friends are never apart, maybe in distance but never in heart. Chapter 6: Reviving the Connection. Rebuilding and rekindling friendships. Even the strongest friendships can go through rough patches. Maybe life got in the way, or perhaps you've simply drifted apart. But rekindling a friendship isn't just possible, it can be incredibly rewarding. The first step? Reach out. It might feel awkward at first, but a simple message like "I've been thinking about you" can open the door to reconnecting. Research shows that most people appreciate these reconnection efforts more than we expect. A study published in the journal Social Psychological and Personality Science found that reconnecting with old friends is often met with warmth and positivity. When you do reconnect, be honest about the gap. Acknowledge that time has passed, and don't shy away from discussing what's been going on in your lives. This honesty can actually deepen your bond. As author and motivational speaker Tony Robbins says, the quality of your life is the quality of your relationships. It's also important to create new memories together. Don't just dwell on the past, find new things to do together. Whether it's trying a new hobby or going on a trip, these new experiences can breathe fresh life into your friendship. Lastly, give the friendship time to grow again. It might not be exactly as it was before, and that's okay. Relationships evolve, and so do we. The key is to be patient and allow the connection to rebuild naturally. If you found this video helpful, subscribe for more great content like this.